philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. When St. Jude finds something that works well with a certain cancer, they share that with everybody. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge. We just have to worry about helping Chandler, and he's just my heart.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With philsgang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grandi and the philsgang.com team have helped folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. philsgang.com is your #1 source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $39.95 a month. With philsgang.com, you learn how to invest in the market, you get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all philsgang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to philsgang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil Grandi is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandi has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandi and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Phil's Gang offers one of the best collections of charts available on the internet. We built the Max Best software to have the best features, and so far, the early reviews have been great. So don't just be an investor, be a Max Investor with Phil's Gang Max Investor 1000 stock charts. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world. The contributions make a big difference.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? Reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you'll be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandi.
The decisions that the committee makes about what is the appropriate time to begin to raise its target for the federal funds rate will be data dependent.
Data dependent. How many times have we heard that? That it's going to be, if she's going to raise rates, her decision is going to be made on data. So it's data dependent. And she's been raising rates on this data. But when you take a look at the data, you got to be, you just got to say, what's going on here? If she really means that, why has she been raising rates? Because when you look at the data really sucks. So why has she been lying to us? But nobody talks about it. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to look at the data. We're also going to look at the tax cuts. These are going to be huge tax cuts. Like President Trump said, the biggest ever. But how are you going to have such huge tax cuts, but you're not going to cut expenses? Well, his advisors are telling him, don't worry. We'll grow the economy by 4%. Don't worry about cutting spending. Just cut taxes big time, from 35% to 15%. Not to worry. That cut will just grow the economy 4 or 5% so quick, so fast, you don't have to cut anything. Really? I don't think so. We're going to take a look at both of those here on Phil's Gang. Right now, the stock market, remember, we had that big rally. Remember, last Friday, a week from tomorrow, right before France's election, everybody was telling us the jibber jabbers on CNBC and the Fox financial shows were telling us, oh boy, we're not going to raise rates anymore. That's it. Aunt B's done. Because the economy is just doing terrible. What terrible economic news. Then Sunday came. They had the election. The results came in. Everybody was surprised. The polls are showing that Emmanuel Macron is the one who's going to win in May. And, of course, they were going crazy because they love that because they didn't want to, most of the French didn't want to leave the Union, the European Union. They wanted to keep the euro. So they were so excited. And unfortunately for the hedge funds who thought that the point was going to win and they were going to lead the euro, were betting the wrong way. They were shorting the euro. They had to unwind those shorts, and unwinding those shorts, the stock market goes up 235 points. The stock market went up everywhere because everybody was shorting it. Now, who cares if the stock market, why would our market go up 225 points? It has nothing to do with earnings. Nothing. Nothing to do with tax cuts. So the French market goes up. So we go up in sympathy. And I warned everybody, I said, don't get excited now. I said, starting on Wednesday, it's going to stop. I said, Wednesday and Thursday, you'll start seeing this subside. And then by sometime next week, most of all of that rally will probably be gone. Because soon everybody's going to stop talking about France. They're going to start talking about, I said, by Wednesday and Thursday, they're going to start talking about North Korea. And the narrative's going to be not only North Korea, but all has to do with all the geopolitical problems. And they're going to forget about France. And that's what's been going on. Now they're talking about North Korea again. They're talking about all the tax cuts. So the narrative has changed. But, you know, it was interesting. So just like chameleons, these jibber-jabbers on CNBC and Fox Business changed their position from where everything was bad on Friday to everything was awesome on Monday. Unbelievable.
We're having a strong quarter right here.
Consumer spending has picked up smartly in recent months.
Everything is awesome.
But not the sound of profits, that's for sure. And yelling, oh my God.
Consumer spending has picked up smartly.
Smartly? What is she talking about? Picked up smartly. Everything's awesome. Smartly? What is she? Wait a minute, she left something out. She didn't tell us when she made that statement, she didn't tell us that consumers are tapped out. What do you mean? Picked up smartly, consumer spending. How could the consumer spending be picked up smartly? Well, they're using plastic. They're tapped out. They're broke. They're up to their neck in debt. So they've been using credit cards. They're not spending from savings. They're not spending from... When you don't spend from savings, when you don't buy stuff from savings or increase wages, and you're using plastic, you're not buying. You're accumulating debt. Credit card defaults, she never told us when she said that, are at a 2-year high. Matter of fact, she never told us when, oh, God, everything is awesome and, boy, everything's great and the consumer's really doing well. Wait a minute, how come she didn't tell us that credit card defaults are at a 2-year high? J.P. Morgan charged off nearly $1 billion in credit card defaults. That's a 4-year high, by the way. And I would say that's a big red flag for the consumer, wouldn't you? And by the way, it wasn't just J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan wasn't alone on these credit card defaults. It was across the board. In fact, the credit card defaults have increased 13% in 1 year. The highest default rate since June of 2013. You talk about a red flag. Well, wait a minute. Data dependent. Yellen constant narrative. Oh, I won't raise rates until I look at the data. And then she told us after she looked at the data, hey, let's raise rates. Everything's fine. How can that be fine when J.P. Morgan charges off $1 billion in credit card defaults? How can it be fine when people have the only way they can buy stuff is with plastic? What are you, nuts? Now, consumer spending picked up smartly. Sounds to me it picked up dumbly, if there's such a word. Now, Yellen knew that consumers are tapped out when she said that, using their credit cards. So tapped out that household debt has increased by $460 billion. Oh, this is her data, remember. She's data dependent. She didn't tell us that they are so tapped out, their household debt has increased by $460 billion, the largest increase in a decade, and a total consumer debt is now $12 trillion. Wow, consumer spending picked up smartly? Yet, she raises interest rates 3 times. And she's planning to raise them another 3 or 4 more times. When she knows household debt has increased by a total of $460 billion or a total of $12 trillion. When her data shows we have a CPI that's very, very weak, a PPI weak, housing starts are terribly slow, pending home sales are the biggest drop in 2 years, along with manufacturing orders falling off the cliff, these credit card defaults at a 2-year high. Retail sales, including auto sales, are falling off the cliff, along with the worst drop in productivity and the worst drop in durable goods, which those, believe me, are 2 of the most important numbers. Matter of fact, talking about data dependent, the Federal Reserve looks at productivity and durable goods as two of their most important indicators, because your durable goods tells you going forward, looking out, how well your economy is going to do. Your productivity tells you now and looking out how well wages are, and both suck real bad. And here's some real data. It's now confirmed that we've had the worst GDP economic growth of almost in history for any first quarter. The first quarter of this year, 2017, do you know how our economy grew? 0.2%. What are you, nuts, data dependent? We'll be right back. Join my gang, Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years, and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Recognized as an Axiom Business Award winner, the highly acclaimed Walter's Way book, authored by legendary businessman Walter Scheer, is now available in digital and audio formats at the philsgang.com Bud Z store. Enjoy the stories of a relief kid who survived TB, corporate betrayal, bankruptcy, and still made millions and touched the lives of billions. Don't wait. Pick up the Walter's Way book in hardcover, digital, and in audio format at philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandi at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market, the Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. When St. Jude finds something that works well with a certain cancer, they share that with everybody. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge. We just have to worry about helping Chandler, and he's just my heart.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. This segment of the Phil's Gang Show is brought to you by the MV Stock Charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
We are going to return the top capital gains tax rate and dividend rate to 20%, repealing the harmful 3.8% Obamacare tax on dividends and capital gains. That tax has been a direct hit on investment income and small business owners.
And if you remember, this is what Obama said when he was running his first term in 2008 about this.
Bill Clinton in 1997 signed legislation that dropped the capital gains tax to 20%.
Right.
And George Bush has taken it down to 15%. Right. And in each instance, when the rate dropped, revenues from the tax increased. The government took in more money. And in the 1980s, when the tax was increased to 28%, the revenues went down. So why raise it at all, especially given the fact that 100 million people in this country own stock and would be affected?
Well, Charlie, what I've said is that I would look at raising the capital gains tax for purposes of fairness.
Fairness. Goes to show you how stupid this man was. Fairness. 100 million people in this country, they need to retire. They're investing so they can retire, put money away. I mean, how stupid was that? So he's sitting there. Not only was the Treasury Department losing income, but the folks were losing income, putting away retirement. In fact, he lowered rates so low that the folks weren't saving. In fact, most of the seniors, it was terrible. They were really victims because all these con guys came out. And con men came out and said, I can take that money and I can get you 12%, 15%, 20% returns. And they'd have a senior, and the senior would have a little bit of retirement money. He'd take it out of his savings because he was making about 0.1%, give it to these con guys, and they'd take the money. Terrible what he did. He was so stupid. It was unbelievable. I mean, just unbelievable. I mean, he had no experience. I mean, all he did was book block parties. That's all he did, right? So now we got the tax cut, some of the biggest tax cuts, but we got to be careful now because these tax cuts are so deep. And if you're going to cut taxes so deep and you're not going to cut expenses and you think you can grow the economy that fast by these big, deep cuts, what you're really doing is you're relying on the CEOs of companies, some of the ugliest people in the world, the most vicious people in the world, the most greediest people in the world, where you're dependent on them taking their tax cuts and plowing it back into their companies so that they can buy machinery and so forth, so that you can increase productivity, so that you get a raise because you're producing more, and then the economy grows because you're making more money. People are getting hired, and people are out spending. The GDP grows, but they're not going to do that. But we'll talk about that in a moment. First, let's talk a little bit about making money. How can we make some money?
The Phil's Gang Stock Corner is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 Stock Charts.
Phil's Gang. I still believe the Phil's Gang is probably the best online educational system in the country when it comes to learning how to invest and taking control yourself, where you're going to be an active investor, activist investor, where you're not depending on these dopes, where you depend on yourself, where you're not at the mercy of these people.
What's a financial advisor?
That is a term that means almost nothing. It is somebody who might be a financial planner, or it could be a broker who is really a salesperson.
Who is really a thief. Their job is to confiscate your money. Their job is to take it from your pocket, put it into their own pocket. And the rules are ridiculous.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What a stupid rule that is. You imagine giving somebody your life savings and he says, well, the rules are, I don't care about you. I got to take care of my shareholders and my partners, and that's it. We don't have no fiduciary relationship with you, but welcome to the world of 401ks. What are you, nuts? There's got to be an alternative. And there is, and I came up with the alternative. Phil's Gang. Whether you want to be active or not active. One of our most successful programs is the program where you join the gang for $39.95 and you just follow me in exchange-traded funds. And we stay in the same exchange-traded funds all year, and you follow me during that year. And you just watch me every day. Just take a couple minutes. I do a video every night and tell you what we're doing with our exchange-traded funds. That's a great program. And by the end of the year, with our losses and our gains and all the things that are going to happen, we'll come out on top. We'll come out. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to make you rich, but here's the one thing you don't have to worry about. When the market does start to give you some big gains, you're not going to lose them all. You're going to get out in time. When this market decides, I mean, this is one of the biggest bubbles in history, this stock market. If you don't think this market's going to correct at some point, of course it is. But in the meantime, let's enjoy it. Now, people have no idea that some of the stocks, okay, that take for example, Twitter. This is a good example of Twitter. Now, Twitter, we have with Twitter, let's see, Twitter is probably worth about $11 billion, or we call market cap. But you know this company's worth $11 billion, but it's never made a profit? Never made a profit, but it's worth $11 billion. Are you kidding? Their net losses are always around $60 million, but they never make money. But Twitter. Here, let me give you my symbol here. Let's see, put it up. Here we go, TWTR. Let's take a look at Twitter right now. So Twitter, let's bring it back for a year. So Twitter, it started out a year ago at $14.34. It went up to $25.17. And then it came right back to $14.34. This thing makes no money. So it started out at $14.34. She shot up to $25.17. And then everybody gave their money back because they didn't know when to get out. How ridiculous is that? And there's only about 8 stocks that are keeping this whole rally alive. We'll talk more about that, more stock, when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil's Gang offers one of the best collections of charts available on the internet. We built the MaxVest software to have the best features, and so far, the early reviews have been great. So don't just be an investor, be a Max Investor with Phil's Gang Max Investor 1000 stock charts. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandi of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are discussing with the market who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandi, philsgang.com. Many of you do not have time to be in individual stocks. You don't have time to learn. Well, I have a solution. As I invest in my own exchange-traded fund, like the Spiders, you now can follow me. Every time I do something, you do exactly what I do. It's a great opportunity. Join philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Hey gang, be sure to join Phil Grandi at Michael's on East in Sarasota on Wednesday, May 10th for an open discussion presented by Tampa's AM 860, The Answer, called Taking an Honest Look at the First 100 Days of the Trump Presidency. Phil will be joined by Mike Gallagher, Larry Elder, Captain Matt Bruce, and Bill Bunkley. The VIP reception starts at 5:30 and the main event is at 7 p.m. Again, that's Wednesday, May 10th at Michael's on East in Sarasota. For all ticket information, simply go to philsgang.com and click on the banner on the homepage. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you'll be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world. The contributions make a big difference.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
If you're looking to make extra income, if you're looking to pay off bills and plan for your retirement, then check out philsgang.com. Philsgang.com is an online educational service that informs you, coaches you, and guides you on how to invest in the stock market. Get daily advice to buy stocks, short stocks, and learn when to get out of your positions. Philsgang.com provides daily webinars, alerts, educational tutorials, and all material is archived. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Performing technical analysis is no easy task for any investor unless conducted with a professional stock charting service. At Phil's Gang, we offer a choice of high-power, color-coded stock charts, all seamlessly integrated, so you could tackle the market the way you want to. The Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 Stock Charts. From Phil's Gang are high-performance HTML5 web-based charts that work on any browser and device, so you could put live streaming data and fully interactive charts in the palm of your hand. Phil Grandi designed the MV software to have the best features, and so far the early reviews have been great. You can plot charts on an intraday basis as well as on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annual basis. There is also a built-in watch list that you can customize to your liking. For more information, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
This isn't going to be easy. Doing big things never is. We will be attacked from the left and we'll be attacked from the right. But one thing is certain. I would never, ever bet against this president. He will get this done for the American people.
A lot of what you've presented here today could save the president or benefit his own businesses.
Again, let me just comment. What this is about is creating jobs and creating economic growth. And that's what massive tax cuts and massive tax reform and simplifying the system is what we're going to do.
But wait a minute, you got to cut expenses. Welcome back to Phil's gang. You got to cut expenses. It's unbelievable. I don't understand this. So the narrative, you're going to hear this narrative now in the next few days, is about the biggest tax cuts ever. And they're going to execute them. Well, I don't get it. Because right now we're spending $2.4 billion a day more than we're taking in revenues. And under Obama, over his 8 years, we've had a deficit of an average of $1 trillion a year. A couple years, we were less than that. But he's always had to borrow money to make up for those losses to pay our bills. He was borrowing $253 billion a year just to pay the interest payments on our $19 trillion debt, which he made up half of that. I mean, think about that. Of that $19 trillion, $9 trillion is his responsibility. He spent more than all the other 44 presidents combined to get to that $9 trillion. Can you imagine what he did? And he was going after George Bush Jr., telling him how terrible he was for his debt. I forgot what it was, $4 trillion, something like that. He was unpatriotic. But let's get to the taxes. Let's get to the meat of this. So he's going to cut taxes big time. So what he's saying is, now if you remember, that when he was raising taxes, Obama, and remember he had to raise taxes because wasn't taking enough revenues because he wasn't growing the economy. When you don't grow the economy, you don't grow jobs, you don't get money going into the Treasury. So what he did, he hid 28 taxes inside of Obamacare to raise $1 trillion a year. Now Trump's going to take that back. And remember, raising income tax on people is the worst thing in the world. Even worse is payroll tax, increasing payroll tax. Increasing the payroll tax is terrible. You're raising tax on labor. But also, I mean, just any kind of tax increase is terrible. We should have had a consumption tax. Let's be taxed on consumption. Now, what Obama did, he printed and borrowed money to pay for his shortfall. Now, what did that do? That caused prices to go up. But because he wasn't growing the economy, the GDP, 8 years, the economy grew 1.8%. Every other president grew it by 3 and 4%. He was at 1.8%. So here he was, borrowed money. He had to keep borrowing and printing. So that caused prices to go up, but wages weren't going up. So everything you were buying was going up, but your wages weren't going up. That's ridiculous. You can't grow an economy. So for 8 years, he never grew an economy. His economy shrunk. Now, Trump, on the other hand, he's going to cut taxes big. He's going to take corporate taxes and cut them to 15% from 35%. Now, the problem he has to now, with no spending cuts, his advisors are telling him not to worry because taxes are going to be so low, the economy will grow by 4% because CEOs will plow the money into capital investment in these companies, which will increase productivity, increase wages, and that's going to increase consumption, whereas they're going to have to hire more people to produce, and the economy will just keep growing. So don't worry. Don't worry. What are you, nuts? This is setting up Trump to raise taxes. He's going to have to raise taxes because his budget deficits are going to be bigger, probably $2 trillion a year. Well, think of what he's spending on. Think of his spending program. If Obama's was $1 trillion on average, Trump's at least is going to be double that because look at the projects he's doing. Look what he's going to do. But no way can he grow the economy fast enough to even hit 3%, never mind 4%. But on the other hand, he could be using this as a back door to force Congress to cut spending without asking. In other words, if he went in and said, hey, cut spending, they're going to say, no way. We're not going to cut spending. We'll never get elected. Especially, you think we're going to cut spending on Social Security or Medicare? No way. Nobody will reelect us. So this could be a ploy where what he's going to do is come in the back door to force Congress to cut spending. They're going to have to, because they're not going to, because either that, they're going to raise taxes. So they're going to need to cover all this borrowing. So this may be his plan. I don't know, to come in the back door, and then they're going to have to cut spending. Now what he's done is he's cut the tax brackets from 7 to 3. Now the lowest tax is going to be at 10, then 25, then 35%. The wealthiest will be at 15%. And he's going to get rid of a lot of the deductions. And then you're going to have you're going to have a double standard deduction, $6,300, I understand, to about $12,700. Anything above that, if it's at $12,700 or $6,300, anything above that, you'll pay just 10%. Now you can keep your mortgage deduction, but you can't deduct your real estate taxes. Now that's really going to hurt the real estate market, I believe. That's going to twist their underwear all up, the realtors. You can't deduct real estate taxes. That's not going to be good. But you also can deduct your charitable donations. So who knows how this is all going to turn out, okay? Nobody knows how it's going to all turn out. And that's why right now the stock market, when we had this silly rally because of France, okay, which doesn't make any sense at all, okay? But we're just going to have to wait and see what happens, how this all just, finishes out, how it's going to affect us. So right now, the market is really kind of just stalling because the big boys, the big institutions don't know how to make their bets. And that's what I love about charting, because charting, we don't have to know any of that. All we do is follow the money. Whatever decisions are made, the big boys are going to bet the right way. The big boys are going to buy stocks. The big boys are going to sell stocks based on the outcome of the tax cuts. So I'm going to follow the money. Now, a good one is Ford. This would be a great day for you to join the gang to follow me with Ford. Ford is setting up nicely now. Ford had a drop of 13%. Now, isn't it beautiful? I can see on my chart the institutions are starting to come in. The 9 largest banks, the insurance companies, the hedge funds. I can see them coming in now. And it just in the last 4 days started to turn green. So this would be a good time. Join the gang. It's just $39.95, and this is a stock I'm going to follow now. And then you can follow me on this stock, Ford. So this is beautiful because, as I said, it dropped about 13%. Now money is coming in. That's what you want. You want stocks that drop. Another stock is interesting was DDD. And DDD, that was another good stock. And this stock dropped about... this was 3D Systems, nice company. The stock dropped about 12%, about 12%. And now institutional money is starting to come in on this one, and she's already up nicely. DDD's up about 12% right now. So the point is, we don't care. Of course, we care about the taxes and what they're going to do. But as far as investing and putting money away for our retirement. Isn't it nice that all you have to do is follow the money? That's all. And just follow me. Join right now. 877-600-GANG. Follow me with Ford.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Phil's Gang offers one of the best collections of charts available on the internet. We built the Max Best software to have the best features, and so far, the early reviews have been great. So don't just be an investor, be a Max investor with Phil's Gang Max Investor 1000 stock charts. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandi, philsgang.com. Many of you do not have time to be in individual stocks. You don't have time to learn. Well, I have a solution. As I invest in my own exchange-traded fund, like the Spiders, you now can follow me. Every time I do something, you do exactly what I do. It's a great opportunity. Join philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Hey gang, be sure to join Phil Grandi at Michael's on East in Sarasota on Wednesday, May 10th for an open discussion presented by Tampa's AM 860, The Answer, called Taking an Honest Look at the First 100 Days of the Trump Presidency. Phil will be joined by Mike Gallagher, Larry Elder, Captain Matt Bruce, and Bill Bunkley. The VIP reception starts at 5:30 and the main event is at 7 p.m. Again, that's Wednesday, May 10th at Michael's on East in Sarasota. For all ticket information, simply go to philsgang.com and click on the banner on the homepage.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandi at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market, the Max Best 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Best is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Here's my number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG, the best online, I believe, education system in the country when it comes to investing in stocks, using charting. It's all about charting because you just want to follow the big boy. You want to follow the big guys, the 9 biggest banks. Doesn't this make sense? If the 9 biggest banks are going to buy Ford, then what happens is the 9 biggest hedge funds will buy Ford. They're like cattle. They all follow each other. It's amazing. So the hedge funds will start out buying Ford. The 9 biggest banks will start buying Ford. The 401k managers will start buying Ford. It's amazing how it works. So you don't have to know anything about the stock. You really don't need to. So there's an opportunity now, and this would be a great time to join me. And by the way, when you join for $39.95, it's not all you do is just follow me. If you want to, just follow me in the stock I buy. As I say, I'm getting ready to buy Ford. But you get all the services of the company, of Phil's gang. You get updates all day long. You get coffee talk in the morning before we start. In the morning, I tell you what I think is going on. Then my class, it's a live class, 9:30 to 11. Then you can email, and I'll take your stock, and you can see the chart, and I'll put it up. Then I explain this. I talk about the stocks that you're following, the ones that I'm in, that I own. And then you can email me with your stock, and I'll put it up and talk about it and tell you what you're doing wrong or right. And everybody else learns. I think it's the greatest system. And then after we're done at 11 o'clock, then you get updates. You get updates right up to the radio show, keep you abreast of what's going on. Then after the radio show, I do a video, give you another update. And then for those who are following me and follow me on the exchange-traded funds that I'm in, I take a couple exchange-traded funds that I invest in. I keep them for a year, and then you follow me along during that year. And that's a great way. I mean, that's what I would do if I was busy. I see I'm not making money in my 401k. I'm not happy with my broker or planner. They're not making any money for me. I said, I would try this. I'd watch Phil for a year. I don't have to spend any time. If he does a video for me every day after 4 o'clock, explains to me what he's doing with his exchange-traded fund, if he's going to add more money to it or get out of it totally, that's fine. I think I'll do that. It'll only take me a couple minutes a day. Who else does that? Nobody else in the country does that. I don't know of anybody who does that. We'll let you do it. First of all, people would be afraid to do it because if you're starting to lose some money, it'd be embarrassing. I'm not embarrassed. I never tell people that I make money on every stock, and nobody can make money on every stock. That's impossible. But today with computers and on 5 transactions, the key is to keep your losses small. You can on 5 transactions lose on 3. As long as you keep those losses small, you'll cover them quickly. Give you an example. 3 of mine that for the stock markets going sideways for about 26 days. It wasn't until this Monday here after the election in France, which was so stupid, the market rallies. So one exchange-traded fund, I'm down 3%. The other exchange-traded fund, 1.4%. But my other one, I'm up 7%. So I got those losses covered. We only been in these for about 4 weeks. So we're still to the good. I manage them, make sure that we're not going to lose any money. And you just follow me. I mean, that's a great way of doing it. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG. And after a month it's not helping you, you don't like what we're doing, just get out. That's all. No obligation. All right, let's get back to what's going on with this tax. This is a big deal because what Trump is doing, unless he's smart and he may be backdooring the Congress. I think he knows if he goes to Congress and look, you got to cut spending here. Not just cut taxes, but he knows they won't cut spending. They never cut spending because they won't want to go home and tell their people, their constituents, hey, we're cutting Social Security. We're cutting Medicaid, or Medicare. Or we're going to cut whatever. People don't like to hear that. They get scared. So I think what Trump is doing such a big tax cut. He knows they're going to have to either raise taxes, which they don't want to do, because the deficits that we were running every year, $1 trillion, he's going to double those. So if you go in the hole, $2 trillion a year, spending more than you take in, how do you cover that? You got to raise taxes or you got to cut spending. So this will force Congress into cutting spending without Trump asking them to do it. That's what I think he's doing. But the bottom line for the individuals, tax relief for the American family, especially middle-income families, that's what he's looking for. He wants to reduce the 7 tax brackets to 3 tax brackets. And the normal person's going to probably get a tax break of, I don't know, probably maybe a 5%, 10% tax bracket right now. I mean, he'll say maybe 5 to 10% what you're paying right now. The average guy in the street, that's about what it's going to come to. The corporations are the ones who are going to win. They're going to get the big tax cuts. And I'm a little nervous about that because if I don't mind dropping their taxes to 15%. You can drop my taxes from 39% down to 35. I'm happy. But what I don't like you is dropping the corporate taxes down to 15, and then they don't take that savings and plow it back into their company to expand the company, to expand productivity, that expands wages. So people go out and they take those wages and they buy, which expands the economy, which then that company hires more people, and then our economic grows to 3%, 4%. But remember, to grow the economy to 3%, you know how huge that is? We're at 1.8%. Matter of fact, this quarter we're in now, we're at 0.2%. That's the mess that was left by Obama. 0.2%. He never grew the economy. What he grew was welfare. He grew welfare. That's what he grew. Listen to this.
Frankly, I think we've gotten into deep debt in our country since I came here, largely because we didn't pay for tax cuts. And they didn't pay for themselves, notwithstanding the fact that that was always the argument.
Yeah, but not only did you not pay for the tax cuts, you kept spending on welfare. You put, every time you stimulated the economy by printing or borrowing money, you put the money in the wrong places. You didn't put money into the economy, parts of the economy that will grow the economy, that grows jobs. You would take money and you would stimulate the size of welfare. You doubled food stamps. You doubled the amount of people that are on disability checks. And most of those people shouldn't even be on disability checks. What we grew was a huge welfare system. That's the problem. So Obama grew this huge debt. He doubled our debt, and he doubled the size of welfare. That was the problem. Now Trump comes in, is going to try to fix it, and he's going to cut taxes, believing that you dropped the taxes from 35% to 15%, and corporations are going to love it, and they're going to invest, and they're going to grow this country. I hope so. I hope so. But you know, at the end of the day, when I go home at night, and I go to bed at night, and I got to think about retiring at some point. I don't think I ever will, but I'll be here to talking through this idiot stick till I die, I think. I hope so. I hope so. I want to die right here at right at the mic. You know, all of a sudden you hear a big clunk. Clunk. That's it. All right, it's over. That's what I want. I don't know what you do when you retire. What do you do when you retire? I mean, golfing, what's the first thing? I mean, I see people retire. I come home and all my neighbors I get along good with, they look like they're aging overnight. The day they retire, like 3 days later, they look like they're 60, they put 60 years on. And then what I notice about my neighbors, when they were working, the husband and wife got along great. Now that they're retired, they hate each other. Both are drinking. They all start drinking at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They're bored to death. I mean, what do you do? I think when you retire, the first thing, you got all these things planned, you know? Like, I'm going to do the things I never thought I could do before. I'm going to start gardening. I mean, that gets old after 3 days. You're out there and the sun's hitting you and you're sweating and planting strawberries. Give me a break. You got to stay active. So all I'm going to do is keep working for my gang. And I hope all of us, at the end of the day, will have a nice retirement. So join me, 877-600-GANG. When you hear a big clunk, then you know it's over.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandi, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my
Performing technical analysis is no easy task for any investor unless